Very good. Thank you.
Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
First of all, one of the reasons I came to India was to meet teachers, to get teachings, but also to see you, according to what I have known from friends and being a follower of the path of Ramana Maharishi and of recently Papaji. I have been meditating for a long, for about 30 years, but I started out just doing mantra, not knowing what it was there for, and immediately getting some kind of a state of bliss which lasted me for several years. And then I fell down again, and my whole concept was just to get my mind quiet and to feel what was there without the ego. But I started to do everything, you know, mantra, vipassana. At one point, it was like also doing mushrooms and smoking or whatever it was that was just like, tried to kill my ego so that I could just be silent. But recently, through more self-inquiry and through observing, I found out that I was doing something which I guess is called witnessing the witness.
Yes.
And that was some kind of concept that I came up on my own, and now that I see that it is also mentioned a lot. But in all of this, I find that, like, even, especially when I'm speaking, in between the words, there are no words inside of my head. But what I find is that even in this silence, I keep thinking that the concept is that if there is silence, that silence should be the self or the absolute. But I find that I feel this silence, and yet it's not a big deal. It just feels like, okay. And so then sometimes, if I can hold it for a little while, it feels like I'm standing on the edge of a great ocean that I should fall into and drown. But I never fall in and drown, and I'm always just like, okay, silence, big deal. And then sometimes the mind chatters, but I can watch that. Mm-hmm. But I actually had a much greater state of bliss at certain times without having this ability. And now I don't feel the bliss so often. I don't even feel the bliss in the silence. It just feels like, okay, but how to drown? Why is not this experience of silence a much greater? How long do I have to be silent for? How can I do that?
Okay. It's good, all of it, what you speak. There is still a certain charge inside the identity that is looking for an unchanging experience somehow. Because if you say, okay, silence I can see, silence is also perceived. Any notion about the absolute will only just be another image also that is perceived. This point is correct. Then you say, then how come, let you say it now yourself, because you're saying, but yes, I see, it's not that. What's the big deal about silence? Okay, so there's silence. You know, but somehow something is not satisfied. The silence also is perceived. Is it not also perceived, this discontentment also is perceived?
Discontentment is conceived, but I am
perceived.
not content. There is this
I is what?
I am.
I is what? Here. At this point, I is what? Still. You have done everything. You meditated so many things. Bliss you have experienced. All these things you experience. Now silence. Then inquiry also. Even I've looked at the witnessing the weakness. All this. But still something remains also. Who is saying that?
Yes, this question is being looked into also. And the only answer I can feel is that I need to disappear to know that, but how
But
to disappear?
you will disappear as what? As what are you going to disappear?
Yes. Yes.
Because if something disappears now, also the disappearance of that something is also seen. What remains now? That is beyond appearances and disappearances. Don't phenomenalize and don't.
There's a fear. There's a
Yes.
great fear of that.
Yes, yes.
There is such a great desire to drown. That's
Yes.
what I feel.
Whose fear? Whose fear? Slow down, slow down. Let's all be together with this. Whose fear?
The fear of this ego, which I can't identify as being anything, but it's there and it's holding on for its dear life so much.
How can it hold on? To what is it holding on?
It's holding on to its importance, like to, well, how am I going to be able to like live my life?
Yeah. Who?
This ego, which is not me, but
Yeah.
I
What is you?
at this point I feel like me is nothing, is emptiness. But I feel like that emptiness should be some great, wonderful feeling of
Who
like,
is feeling? Who is thinking this?
this ego that is not me.
Yes, yes. And the relationship has become so in some way intertwined. Not really, because it cannot. But it appears as this, that we don't know anymore which amount is ego and which amount is me. You see? Mm-hmm. It seems as though there's a blend. Something says, but I don't know. There's a great fear that if I drop into the unknown, I'm not going to be knowing how to live. Yes. Mm-hmm. But you cannot know how to live. Mm-hmm. You can only be life. This knowing how to live is itself a big fat illusion. And it gives you a lot of trouble. You don't need to know how to live. No other beings on the planet are troubled by these thoughts except human beings. They are life. But culture, conditioning, expectations and so on, education, all these things make us feel you have to be something. Maybe some stain of that is still inside and now it's coming up, you see. Yes, but now if you go there, then there's no control there. You know what it's like to be a place no control? You may be going to be mad. You want to be mad? You're going to be free, but mad. You see? Some little thing is going on inside, and it's catching the attention of what is it catching? The consciousness, which is mostly now consciousness, but it's still having a little bit of the fungus of the identity that still has a voice. That's saying, yeah, but so the idea I have of who I am is afraid. that I am stepping into the great unknown. And I have no guarantee. And it will start to show you some naked babas. You could end up like that, no? So, maybe I better hold on for a second because... So these are the things that will come. And it will somehow discourage you. You is who? Again, consciousness with the idea it has about who it is. And it's this idea we have of who we are that is to and fro. Maybe, better hold back. The sage's mind, your deeper mind, can see this toing and froing is just a play. Because it is already where it is at. You are already where you're at. But the attention is going into this life of the one who may win something or lose something. And energy is there. Energy is there. All the blood is gone to the crime scene. It's there. All of this is taking place in front of yourself as a pure awareness, but no value is given to that. Your energy is not there. It is really, what's the outcome? What's going to be the outcome? If I let go, is there anybody who can guarantee that I'll be okay? And no. No. You won't be okay. You are perfect. You are here now. The mind will create, the ego mind will create. Oh, now I'm at the edge of this great abyss, wobbling. Mooji, will you push me? But make sure my bungee cord is holding on time. I want you to see that this also is just a made-up image in consciousness. If this push is true, really, which it's not. If you get pushed, you fall, and you maybe get rid of a kind of a block, a sense of a block. But greater than removing a sense of a block is to recognize that this is just the play of your mind. You're here. On the moment, in the day, in the hour, in the minute, in the second that you recognize this. What a relief. Everyone feels, here comes the big needle. Here comes the great fall. Here comes the great disappearing. And it is all images in mind. And no wonder something is delaying. Please, can I come back tomorrow? And it will keep doing this thing. You are the awareness that is ever present. But great value is given to the idea we have of who we are. The self-image has been given so much importance, you see. And so you're living as your self-portrait, not as the true. This is my good message for you.
Just one other. Why is my intellectual mind so strong that it keeps me from just like going into my heart and being completely there with that?
Because you believe that. Because you believe that. You believe your intellectual mind is so strong that it stops you from going into your heart. You are your heart. Intellect is one of your tools, one of your great tools. But we have somehow imparted to the intellect tremendous power. Similar to the mind, to ego. Oh, my ego is doing all these things, It's telling me, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Yes? Yeah, tell me, I can't do that. But the ego by itself telling you cannot do that is not enough. You have to believe it. Without the belief, nothing can happen. Mind can only somehow suggest. The rest you must somehow accept. Then the deal is sealed. Thoughts arising in the field of consciousness does not amount to thinking. Thinking is when the I thought, the thinker thought, connects with the thought. And then somehow, then that relationship produces that activity you call thinking, in fact. Thoughts may appear, or potential, maybe say they appear like a kind of inviting energy to connect. Please connect. They're applying for some visa. They're auditioning for your attention. And if they don't get it, they have no other option but to return to silence.
This is all actually bringing me to the heart of why I have come. I feel it's so hard because what happens to me, if I was to go before any psychologist, they would think I was a genius because I could tell them everything about myself, but I was not helped at all. If I go, I have come looking for a teacher, a master, a guru, somebody to like, I have out of body like Ramana and Neem Karoli Baba is my guru, but a person in a body to be able to help me, but I keep being able, answering all the questions.
I is what?
This ego.
I is
this
what?
This ego thing keeps answering all the questions. Like, I come to ask a question of you, even though my question is answered 1,000,000 times with other people, because I want to be worked on somehow. The thing is...
The ego is speaking now.
Yes, there is something
The
there.
ego is speaking now.
The ego is speaking now. Just...
Are you not aware of that?
I am aware of that.
Yes. I now is what?
I is the observer who is...
Yes. Don't touch the word now, observer.
It's just that this ego, if it keeps answering all its own questions and keeps like not being able, like thinking that it knows everything intellectually, how can it get help from anybody like yourself?
Yeah.
This is...
Yes. It doesn't want
paradox.
help. It doesn't want help. It doesn't want help.
I want to be free. It wants to
You
be...
are free.
Yes.
Hey.
I know.
No.
We know.
Let's solve this apparent riddle today, now.
Yes.
I understand that somehow the egoic sense, the I sense, is so fused with a kind of the pride of being or something. I've done so many things. I've meditated. I've done here. I've been I. And this my mind is like this, my mind. But it's still kind of mixed with the mind saying that. All of this is being said. I went here. I've been there. I. You see? But in listening to that, I give it no importance at all. No importance at all. I'm still waiting to see when we get to the real thing. Yes, but I came and then somehow and this, and I just haven't been doing this, and and it's doing this. It's done very well. It's done very well, this I've done everything. Still, I have not hit the mark. It doesn't want to hit the mark. It doesn't want to hit the mark. You are the mark. You are the mark. Or you may say that in striving, if it is sincere, the ego has somehow evolved into a very sattvic state, And somehow, in that sattvic state, it is very attracted now, openly attracted to somehow merge, if you want to put it in this language, with the pure self. But it's placed this merging in a very melodramatic way. The great plunge, the great disappearance, boom, or whatever it is. You see? So therefore, in doing that, it creates an environment of fear. I'm going to disappear. Is it going to hurt? You see? And if you identify there, of course there's going to be resistance. There's going to be reluctance. Because who wants to disappear? Who wants to truly disappear? If I disappear, what will I be? Oh, I don't want that. Why you want to disappear? That which is cannot disappear. Only that which is not can disappear. It is already. It is already itself. But something is saying, no, but I want to feel it in my veins. I want to feel it. I want to be. A woman came and she said to me, Mooji, I want to be 100% sure of what you say. I said, forget about it. Whatever is saying, I want to be 100% sure, is not going. It cannot be. Or it will say, I am 99% sure. But in that 1%, it will live in that 1%. These are all ideas. These are all ideas. And ideas have developed such a potency. How? Because you impart that power to them. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, don't say. Because whatever you say is going to be wrong.
I am. Yeah.
Whatever you say now is going to come through the mouth of the ego. Say, listen, I'm in charge here. Whatever you say has to go through me. Okay? I control here. So if I says, who are you? I'm consciousness. No, you're not. No. Somehow. Only the words I'm hearing. Yeah. So I don't want the answer.
Where there are no words?
Huh?
I am where there are no words.
Even this. Even this. He's copyrighted it.
Thank you.
I'm not finished.
No. Thank you.
Yes. So where to go when it seems that almost everything you touch, the ego's been before, make it dirty. Dirty. You have to be a place he cannot touch. This is the true untouchable. You have to be a place he has no voice. This voice is meaningless. Where is this? Where is it? Because here there are no right answers. When you and your answers are the same thing, then I accept you. That's it. When you give an answer, it's not enough, it's correct. Correct answers don't do here. Energetically, you're exposed. Yes, not true. Not yet. It's not the answer. Maybe we have been relying too much on the sense of a conceptual, verbal or mental or theoretical understanding. Aha, yes, I have the right answer. No, it's not. It's not an answer. In your case, not an answer. Maybe for someone, it will be an answer when the answer and them are the same. Aha, thank you, nice to meet you. But the ego has been living through concepts in you. So you have to go or be someplace beyond concept now. Then he can't go there.
I'm tired of playing this game.
Yes, yes.
And I'm so tired of it. I'm desperate. Yeah. I'm really, really desperate.
Yes,
for if it could be your grace or the grace of God, the grace of anything. Just
off with your head.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Isn't it? Whatever is coming out there is nothing. Is nothing. Where will you go? Where can you go where he cannot come? Even you don't have to go. You don't have to go because you are there already. Where's the place that you don't have to go? Because wherever you go, he's with you. Yeah. Where's the place? A place beyond practice, a place beyond sadhana, a place beyond belief, a place beyond memory, a place beyond self-image, a place beyond desire, a place beyond what? Belief. Where is this place? Even this says heart, then I'm throwing it out. Even you say heart, I throw it out.
Everywhere.
Even you say everywhere, I throw it out.
Self.
You say the self, I throw it out. Because all your words have been used up. They're all second-hand words. Huh? All your words, they smell of the rat. They will throw him out. Huh?
I feel like I just need to cry, but I won't let myself. It's this thing.
Even this you're not.
No.
Even this you're not. You can cry oceans of tears, and I'll still tell you, throw it away. It's nothing. What investment has gone into identity? So subtle is the ego. It can even slip surreptitiously behind the eyeballs of the seer and says, behold, I am not, nowhere to be found. Only one is going to go, oh. Who's going to flick him out? You're lucky. You've run out of moves. You've run out of moves. Where are you going to go now? Either you go back in his company, home is where? Real home is not with him. Where is that place for you?
drowning in the ocean that I'm talking about.
All your words are dirty.
No, home, home. No words.
All your words are dirty. All your thoughts are dirty. All identity is dirty. No place left for you.
Love. No.
Means nothing here. Even this has become dirty here. Can you see? Can you see what I'm speaking?
Yes.
Good. The ego has nothing to offer you. So what's going to happen now? No one can be so learned as to learn your way into freedom. No one can study and get so much experience to enter into freedom. If you hold identity or any pride, what makes you afraid to just be? What will you lose? You yourself say like that. Huh? Fear comes. What is the fear of? What is the fear of?
The fear of is what I want. The fear is of exactly what I desire with all of my being. This is the paradox, I guess.
This fear is not real. This fear is not real. It's living on a scholarship from you. What do you stand to lose? You see? This you must contemplate. Let the whole energy field simmer down, simmer down, simmer down, simmer down, simmer down. Like this. At some point, it's just meeting the cosmic base. Then it will move. Then what I say, you will easily assimilate. When the energy is up, 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 then you're frantically trying to think your way out. But the grace is lowering the cholesterol of the mind itself. Down. Your openness, your yesness is allowing that. The vibration to settle down into what you may call heart's energy. then the seeming obstacles that are created by the mind, they will start to thin away like clouds. This is what is taking place, you see. Ramakrishna say, the mind is like a shallow stream with mud very close to the surface. If you want clean water, scoop lightly. Go in, everything becomes mud. Everything has become mud. But there is something, some place, which is untouched. This is why you see so much this image, symbol of lotus. No? This is untouched. You have to find the lotus of your own self. It's not anywhere outside. And you are going to find it. You have to find it. If you are called by that voice to come home, enough suffering. Of course, there's room, there's time to play. But for some, yes, it's enough. So your attitude of yesness to this, to the all possible, makes all things possible. Don't worry about techniques to find the truth. Are you aware that every technique must take place in the presence of awareness itself? You are this awareness itself. But if we listen to the voice of the world, it says, "Oh, no, come on, what you're doing? There's nothing there." And it's true, there's nothing there. Nothing there but you. Then you may so-called re-enter the field of the dynamic manifestation called life. Yes. To taste the flavors, but they will not stick to you. Your life will become, as I've said, like a writing on water. You write something on the water, you cannot read it 2-3 seconds later, it's gone. Fresh. Ever fresh. Beyond even the concept of freshness. Life is. Truth is. You are. Same thing. But presently, we are living in this idea of who we are, which is always past. It is always past. It's always stale. And you can only share this staleness with a stale mind. Like that. Okay. I would like that you keep on being here. I have another opportunity to meet again. I'll feel this one.
Yes, I would be very pleased to be here for all of the times and to meet with you on
very great
moments too.
Thank you. Let's leave it there. Thank you. Very great. I'd like, thank you. Thank you. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you. Very good.